Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question.
My question is it a good or bad time to plant an aster? I'm in southern Ohio.
I don't see why you can't plant asters now. The only thing I would recommend is you do the normal planting. Do not put it too deep in the ground or measure the root depth and dig only that deep so that it doesn't settle, because they too can get into root rot things if they're too wet. So normal planting, I would go wide, of course, and add some organic. Then along in that early November, mid-November period, before the ground starts to really freeze tight and so on, I would add some mulch. Now, again, I would not go up to the stems, but I would go up over the edge of the ball, because you can, or container space, so that you get the plant more or less what I call locked into the ground. Right now, the soil is indeed, at least for plants consideration, it's indeed warm. It's a good time to get them in. There will be some root growth. It'll be limited, but at the same time, the plant's kind of off and running. And then when you add some mulch, and being some, I would stay with maybe an inch and a half around that plant and the mums. And I'd say go for it. It's a perfect time.
Okay, and regular perennials, it's too late for regular perennials planted?
No, not at all. I would be getting it done, so to speak. I was looking at a peony the other day that is, well, far well done in my yard, and I was thinking about moving it. It didn't get done, but it's later than I would suggest on a peony. But then on most other plants that have a fleshier root, you could still, with a large ball, if you're transplanting on your own, you could move that and get away with it. And then other perennials of a 4-inch pot size or bigger, so that they're more or less an established little plant. I think you can go ahead with most things for the next, let's guess, 2 weeks without any problems.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Barbara, since you call frequently, where are you located in southern Ohio?
I'm in Washington County, just a little north of Marietta, Ohio.
Excellent. Beautiful area down there. The reason for asking is just so that I answer your questions correctly. And I would say you're all set. And if that doesn't do it, call Al Lang right downtown there, and his garden center will fix you up.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
Circle270media.com